Celebrating its sizzling 16th season, City Theater is expanding its summer season with a bold new approach, a completely new twist, a runaway hit musical, and a groundbreaking new literary event. It all takes place as part of City Theater's 16th annual season, with an impressive 53 performances in 3 counties in 5 weeks. Here's the bold new approach. City Theater is bringing Jay Rodriguez, star of Bravo TV's Queer Eye for the Straight Guy and Broadway's Rent and the Producers, to appear with its award-winning ensemble in a fresh new summer shorts unlike anything that's been done before. Here's the new twist. City Theater is joining Jay Rodriguez to produce his hilarious, provocative, and very sexy late-night review, Dirty Little Secrets. The runaway hit musical for families is City Theater is joining with Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter Lisa Loeb to mount the return engagement of last year's hit musical Camp Capuana. Here to explain it all is producing artistic director of City Theater, Stephanie Norman. Also in the studio is Jay Rodriguez, star of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Glad to be here.
I wanted to start with a little bit about the City Theater and the Summer Shorts program, because this is the 16th year, and wanted to get some information about how this all started.
Sure. It's amazing that it's been 16 years. The idea started, we wanted to do new work. And we gravitated to the short play format because we thought, well, if we do a short play, we'll be able to do more work. And we put out a call for scripts. Our first year, we produced 18 scripts. And the great thing about summer shorts is that actually a theater critic said it the very first time they saw it. She said you put talented actors together with directors and great writers, and you let her rip. So for 16 years, we've been letting her rip. We've produced 350 plays, and now we're standing here getting ready to start our 16th season, and we decided to kick things up a notch this year because we're taking Summer Shorts, which has become known as America's Short Play Festival, and we kicked it up a notch by bringing in a star headliner, and I'm really happy that we have Jay Rodriguez, who's here from LA, and he's been on Broadway, and he is joining us, and he's going to be part of the Summer Shorts company this year.
Oh, that's great. We'll talk to Jay in just a minute. But you're also bringing back the Lisa Loeb musical for kids and for family, Camp Capuana.
We made it up. It's a mouthful. Camp Capuana.
And so that was such a success. Was that a couple of years ago that was here?
You know, it actually was last year. Camp Capuana, and it's funny how great ideas start. Lisa had done a collection of camp-related tunes called Camp Lisa. She came out with that in 2008. We've been doing programming for kids for a long time, and we decided to approach Lisa Loeb and Cyndi Lauper 2 years ago to do some short musicals in our kids' show, and people loved Lisa's music, and Cyndi's as well. You know, it's really relatable, hip. I can say as a parent of 3 kids, you know, it was kids' music that wouldn't send you running for the door. And, you know, when I started to listen to the musical, I realized that there was an arc there for a full length. And so we approached Lisa and her writing partners, Dan Petty and Michelle Lewis. We brought on board Marco Ramirez, who's a Miami kid who went to Juilliard and Tisch and now writes for the FX show, The Sons of Anarchy. So who better to write a children's show than somebody who writes for The Sons of Anarchy, for crying out loud?
Seems perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Of course, kids show with an edge, with bite. And we put together the show in 10 months from the time I conceived the show, writing the book, writing the music, and putting it up on the stage. And with any new show, we learned so much. We literally were recording tracks, you know, the week that we're opening. And the show did phenomenal business. We sold out. And we had a thought about developing the next project. But to be honest with you, we weren't done with Camp Capuana. I went out to LA last summer. We went over some notes. We retooled the book. Lisa has written 3 new songs. And I think the show is really rocking. I think that this is what the show wants to be. And the kids have been responding. And I can say, you know, who of us hasn't gone away from home the first time, gone to summer camp? You know, it's kind of one of those universal life experiences that we all go through. The show's hilarious. It's funny. It's smart. It's savvy. It has what I call the Shrek factor because it's not inappropriate for kids, but adults are going to find it really smart and funny.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Well, and that was last year. I thought it was a couple of years ago. I think time goes faster down here in Florida, doesn't it?
Exactly. We're so transient, it just flies.
But I remember, it has to be a few years ago, there was a wonderful summer shorts where they did like a takeoff on The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yes.
I loved that.
Thank you. I directed that piece.
Oh,
that
I thought that was so
by Michael
cute.
McKeever, Splat. Yes.
Yeah. So in terms of all these other little plays that you have, can you tell us a little bit more about some of them?
Sure. We get, believe it or not, 1,200 plays a year. We are partners with the Actors Theater of Louisville for something called the National 10-Minute Play Contest. We start with a mound of scripts, and what we're going to end up with producing is 7 plays in summer shorts. So you have to kiss a lot of frogs to find a prince, but boy, oh boy, it's hard. It's hard picking the material, but I always say the actors pick the plays pick the actors. In the case of summer shorts, we knew that we wanted to work with Jay. So what's really exciting is that you take an actor like Jay, who's so incredibly talented, he has such range, and as a producer, you sort of say, okay, how can I surprise the audience? What can we do, that's going to allow Jay to show all the wonderful range and colors that he has? So Jay is going to be doing a hilarious play called Chronicle Simpkins Will Kick Your Ass, and it is
It's not for children.
No, it's not. He's in the schoolyard, but it's not for kids, and he's in drag, and it's I'm
there. That's it.
There's a mean and dirty tetherball game. That's all I need to say.
Yeah.
Sparks will fly. And we're also doing a world premiere of a play by Israel Horowitz that is a gorgeous, gorgeous play. It takes place on the Israeli-Palestinian border, and it's about a man who's just lost his entire family to a suicide bomber, and he takes matters into his own hands. So, and also Jay is going to be in a short rock musical. Marco, our Sons of Anarchy guy, got together with Jim Camacho, who is with the rock band The Goods, and they've written a rock musical, and Jay's going to be in that. So you're going to see this actor in the span of 90 minutes go from play to play to play. He's one of 5 actors. We're doing a bilingual play, a play called Dos Corazones, which is actually one play that we are bringing back. It is a bilingual play. It's 2 women in the maternity ward. They've just given birth. One only speaks English. The other only speaks Spanish.
I love it.
And they understand everything that they say to one another.
I love it. And which woman are you playing?
I would be the... No, I'm kidding.
That's not Jay. That would be Ceci Fernandez.
I mean, I have to tell you, it's true, because that's actually a good point that you just... Maybe that's what really attracted me to this, is to be able to, as an actor, show all the things that you do well. I don't like to limit myself, but there are certainly things that I'm like, especially in LA, where I audition for a lot of TV programming, not every character fits like a glove, but there are a lot of characters that people wouldn't normally see me doing, and this is a great opportunity to really shine in a way that people weren't familiar with. Not necessarily that they didn't think I could do, they just were like, oh, I wouldn't have even thought of you for that. Like last year alone, I remember, I played a first-year Harvard medical student, who had leukemia at an early age in a pilot, and then, shortly after that, I played a transgender woman on Harry's Law with Kathy Bates.
And also, Stephanie, I wanted to ask, you're bringing this to West Palm Beach as well, some of this.
We are. We're actually bringing the entire festival. We'll be at the Arsh Center for 4 weeks. We're doing 44 performances in 4 weeks between Camp Capuana, Summer Shorts, and Jay's show Dirty Little Secrets. Then we pick up the entire festival and move it up to the Broward Center for the Performing Arts. And we're there from June 30th till July 3rd. And in between all of that, sandwiched in between, we take the Lisa Loeb show up to the Kravis Center up in Palm Beach. So I think when we did it all together in 5 weeks, we're in 3 counties. We do over 55 shows. And believe it or not, we're actually going to bring Camp Capuana up to Orlando later on this summer as well.
Wow.
So this is the long summer of theater.
I'd like to put this out there. If Orlando would like me to come as well with Dirty Little Secrets, I'm open to. I haven't been to Disneyland. Is this World? This is World on this coast, isn't it?
Yes.
I haven't been since I was 7. Orlando, call me.
There you go. Or maybe we could put you in drag and you could be one of the campers in Camp Capuana.
Perfect. I can play 16.
Something for everyone.
Yeah, exactly right. Speaking of not for the kids, I do have a late night show. We've been calling it Dirty Little Secrets, which is like a 90-minute sort of, they're talking about the sort of Glee, sort of a one-man show, but we have other performers in it as well, but it's the arc of my life. And so if you're looking for something out of the box that you feel like you're maybe not a traditional theater patron, but you want something that'll shake you up a little late night naughty fare, come check out Dirty Little Secrets. I guarantee you will have a great time. And Summer Shorts is fantastic too, and certainly very funny, wildly irreverent, and quite touching. So yeah,
You can do a double header with Jay. You can see him. He'll be doing the marathon. He's the Nicholas Nickleby of theater, but he's going to be a very busy boy this month.
Yes, and we'd like our audience drunk, so please come to the 10 p.m. show of Dirty Little Secrets.
I was going to say, you believe it or not, you'll get a nice crowd because Miami is kind of hungry, I think, for some late night kind of stuff like
Well,
this.
we were saying that, we had the rehearsal with our musical director, Eric, this morning, and I was like, and we're talking about how I want the band to come in with their cocktails. I want it to feel like it's the Lower East Side of New York City,
yes,
and we're having a fun night where we're all taking our, hats off and unbuttoning our shirts a little bit and having a drink,
Oh, I love it.
It's that kind of evening, yeah.
Oh, great. Well, again, Jay Rodriguez and Stephanie Norman, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
For an extended version of this interview, head to my website at paulleary.org. For South Florida Arts Beat, I'm Paul Leary.